It is a beautiful afternoon at the Ridge Motorsports Park. Michael Hill and Roger Hayden now in the commentary box. Our third member of the team, Steve English, has switcherooed with me. He's down in the paddock. He's going to be making his way to the grid. Roger, the scene is set then for our first SC Project Twins Cup race. This championship never disappears.
No, and so many of the classes so deep, and it's been great to see the kids move up from Junior Cup and see what they're able to do here in the Twins Club.
Yeah, disappears. I meant disappoint. She knew what I meant. This is the grid then forming up. Let's have a look back then, Roger, at race 2 from Barber. It was all action. All
action, as you said. I mean, just the track conditions. You can just see how wet it is off the start. Alessandro Di Mario, great start for him. Avery Dreyer also really good start. Dominic Doyle there down into third. On this opening lap, everybody just kind of figure out where the track is, the puddles, and see Alessandro there on the lead. Right there, you see the battle with Avery and Logan Cunnison there out of turn 2 up over the rise. And then Logan Cunnison makes a mistake in the museum corner, able to pick his bike back up. You can see the rain falling in the background. Dominic Doyle there. Isaac Woodward, great ride for Isaac there, getting in turn 5 a little bit deep. And then, unfortunately for him, he made a crash. It just shows you how difficult this track was for all these young riders. And then now Dominic Doyle just really, the rear end stepped out. He had no time to save that, and unfortunately for Dominic and Matthew Chapin right here down into turn 1. Such a fast crash for Matt there on the brakes, going through the puddle down into turn 1. It's fast, but Alessandro Di Mario, that he makes a little bit of a mistake, but he's able to save it, not run off the track through there. It was a great save. Red flag comes out. Enough of the race was completed where they were able to call it. Alessandro Di Mario gets the win.
Yeah, Di Mario then the winner last time out. He is the championship leader. Let's have a look then at what that has done to the championship standings. They look like this. It's a 19-point lead for the reigning champion, the defending champion for Robum Engineering, is ahead of Chapin and Dole. But some other names there. Dreyer, Ngvarski, Baddy could also be in the mix this weekend.
Yeah, Logan Cunnison, Isaac Woodward's been fast this weekend too. They're setting 8th and 9th in points.
Absolutely. Well, as I said, we are now in the comfort of our commentary box. Down on the grid, in the heart of the action, is the one and only Steve English. Steve, over to you.
Yeah, we're running down to the start of this session now, and Alessandro Di Mario on the pole position. Alessandro, our championship leader, and this morning didn't go quite to plan, but still have that pole.
Yeah, I had a little crash, but I mean, we're good. The bike's perfect. I just want to thank the team. I can't thank the team enough. They've been working so hard to get this bike back together, so I mean, I owe it to them to win. So
you've had plenty of track time as well with the Super Sport bike for a couple of sessions. Is that a help over the course of a weekend?
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty helpful. It's a faster bike, so it's always easy to get off a faster bike and get on a slower one. So I mean, I'm pretty confident. I just the plan is just obviously to just break away and win.
Thanks, Alessandro. Best of luck for the race.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. His mum there holding the umbrella. And this is this morning, Roger, a big crash at turn 7.
Yeah, and he was 3/10 under that in the first sector before he got there, what his best time was going to be, and it was already an outright track record. Just a little too much speed, a little bit too much lean angle, pushed just a little too hard.
As he said, thanks to the team, he owes it to them to win. And I tell you what, though, Roger, 1.9 second advantage in qualifying. No disrespect to the other riders, but it's going to be hard to see, Roger, anybody taking the challenge to Di Mario. It's Aprilia Suzuki, Aprilia on the front row, but Levi Baddy, 1.9 second deficit. It's a big advantage for Di Mario.
Yeah, they've definitely got some work to do, the rest of the pack, and it's going to be right off the start. Try to get on it and latch on to Alessandro Di Mario. Everybody knows what his plans are going to be. He's going to go out and try to get a good start and put those laps together, and this will be up to guys like Avery Dreyer. He's been quick all weekend. First weekend on the Aprilia, he's been impressive.
Yeah, Avery Dreyer, winner, of course, on a Suzuki last time out. There's a look, first time of the weekend, holding his own umbrella. Never seen that before, but that's a unique way of keeping cool. That is Hank Vosberg. He is starting 7th in this race. And I tell you what, that's a pretty impressive debut, coming in from the Talent Cup onto the Twins Cup. Big step in terms of power and weight, and he's really acquitted himself well.
Yeah, just each session, he's just kind of slowly chipping away at it. And now he's found himself right here inside the top 7. And, you know, if he can find another half a second maybe in this race, he's not too far off the pace for that podium.
Yeah, there's a rider that we definitely need to keep our eyes on. You can't miss him. Very bright colours of the 58, Logan Kunnison, and he has been quick this year too.
Really quick, and another one moving up, and a lot to learn. And, you know, there's been some mistakes, and that's just part of it. And I think for Logan, qualifying there in 8th, probably wants to be up a little bit further, but a good start would do him good.
Matthew Chapin, the reigning Junior Cup champion, will start from 5th on the grid. That's a look at him there, the orange and black, the Revzilla Vance and Hines team. Experienced team, and as we've talked about so many times, not just this weekend, but all season long, for these young riders, having that team around you, the experience, it's so important.
It's huge, especially when you come to a track. We've talked all week about this track being tight and technical, and that's where for a young rider like Matt, having some good experienced team members to try to help you get that bike set up.
It's a full grid, and at a lot of our races, the Twins Cup, one of many categories that is oversubscribed. There is the 27 of Isaac Woodworth. New rear tyres on that bike. 3 bikes for the Cairns team. Woodworth, Levy Buddy. There's the 48 of Sean and Varsky Roger. Another rider to watch out for. He's been quick as the season has been progressing. Everybody getting their final pictures for social media. There's Logan Kunnison, the 111 of Seth Dahmer, 62. In the back of the picture is Andrew Way. It's almost time for the SC Project Twins Cup, race 1 at the Ridge Motorsport Park.
SC Project Twins Cup is brought to you by SC Project, builders of world champion exhaust systems, and by Dunlop, the official tire of the MotoAmerica Championship Series.
The warm-up lap then underway here at the Ridge Motorsports Park. It's a 2.5-mile circuit, 16 corners. There is the safety car drifting it around here. Roger, it is such an incredible circuit. We don't have anything like it on the calendar.
No, and the most important thing off the start, get through that chicane. It's going to be tight with the field we have. All the way up down into turn 8, where we're seeing Alessandro Demario have that mistake this morning. Into turn 11 is one of the passing zones. Turn 13, I think that's where you'll see most passes as this race goes on. Down the corkscrew, 15, 16 on the front straightaway. They're pretty much wide open through that turn 16.
So it's a circuit that was constructed as a favourite for us, and judging by qualifying, Roger, a favourite for Alessandro Demario.
Yeah, I see Dominic Doyle there on the second row, right there beside Matthew Chapin.
Sean and Varsky on that Suzuki in 6th place. Then it's Vosberg, Kunnison and Woodworth.
Then Dahmer and Sear, Romeo Chiavini.
Yeah, Maverick Sear, another one of the Canadians. Andrew Way heads up row number 5.
Mallory Dobbs there in the middle, home race for her on the 6th row.
Yeah, alongside her is Solly Mervis. Then it's Aldrich, O'Neill and Flores.
Great to see Ron Wolf out after that crash he had this morning.
Yeah, bit of work for him. And then we go back on to in towards turn number 6. This long left-hander, Matthew Chapin, has moved up into second position. Dominic Doyle, after an engine issue, great work by the Westby team as well. They've put a new engine in that bike, and that seems to be working well so far for Dominic in third position. Dropping back a little bit is Levi Baddy, but he's not going to be too worried on this opening lap.
Yeah, Avery Dreher kind of ran wide there in that first chicane, starting on the front row, and finds himself outside the top 5, so he's got a little work to do early on in this race.
Then we come up through this very, very fast chicane. You can see the riders there with the left legs just shifting back on the brakes, and Varsky is just in the centre of the picture there behind.
Weekend able to go out and get up to speed, and you got to give credit to the team. That was a big crash as he makes a mistake down into turn 13, got in a little bit deep.
Down through the waterfall, and I was about to say before you said that as well, Chapin a little bit wide there as well. The biggest competitor really for DeMario is himself.
Yeah, just try not to make a mistake, but he's also going to try to get out there and push early on in this race. I think get a couple second gap if he can. But all these riders behind him, they're fast. They're going to step up. They're going to do their best not to let that happen.
Yeah, nice on the brakes into turn 1, the 71. We're just being told that his teammate Isaac Woodworth has a technical issue, so it looks like he is going to take no further part in this race. DeMario, Chapin, Doyle, a little bit wide there from Levi Baddy. You see the front end of that bike just moving a little bit, and again through turn 4, Baddy a little bit unsettled, and that is the nature of this circuit, Roger. You get one corner wrong, and then you're offline for the next one, and then it is just like a booking Bronco.
Yeah, and from there you can see he was kind of up over in the air there with the front end, and it got light. You can see the wobble, and see what it does. It cost him a couple of tenths.
Looking at this, I've got to say Matthew Chapin, I know it's early days here, he seems to be holding the gap on this lap. He's only lost a couple of tenths to DeMario, and this is a much stronger showing under race conditions. There is your race leader, DeMario, a very distinctive style. He's finding his rhythm and pulling away, or trying to pull away, but Chapin is not letting him go here. The gap is very, very slim. In towards turn 7 and 8. This is impressive from the orange Suzuki.
Yeah, able to step up there and just see what he can do, and that's the thing. You don't want to let Alessandro DeMario relax. You want to keep enough pressure on him where he can't relax.
We've said it before, qualifying is one thing, racing is another. That is the advantage. Fastest second sector is Dominic Doyle on the Yamaha. Of course, we have the beauty in the commentary box. Oh, as Baddy goes straight on. Let's hope he managed to bring it back. Otherwise, he's going to be somewhere in the trees there, Roger. If you run off track, that is going to cost him some positions. He is still on circuit, so good work from Baddy, but he now loses that toe that he had between himself and Dominic Doyle. Dominic Doyle, fastest second sector. It's a 1.9 second lead and a 47.9 for Matthew Chapin. That is his fastest lap of the weekend. So Chapin responding and Dominic Doyle going with him. Fastest lap of the race, a 1:47.1. So that is also pretty respectable. The outright circuit record is a 46.2.
This morning, Alessandro DeMario 46.1.
Yeah.
Right there, right before he crashed, was able to get that outright track record. And it's going to be interesting to see in this race after that crash this morning if he's going to be able to do the race record as well.
And obviously for a young rider like DeMario, he's just 16 years of age. A crash like that this morning, it's hard enough as an experienced rider to deal with that kind of incident, but it certainly doesn't seem to have phased him, as we now see Dominic Doyle and Levi Baddy regrouping, Roger, after that incident on the previous lap. This is a good lap from Baddy. He hasn't given up the opportunity or the potential of a podium finish.
Yeah, he did a great job recovering from that mistake, and that's hard sometimes when you make a mistake, not try to make another mistake and try to pick up that speed and that time you lost in one corner to slowly start to chip away at it.
The two black motorcycles behind there, you see them very, very close together now. That is Sean and Varsky, the 48, and Avery Dreher. First weekend for Sean on the Suzuki. He's just getting up to speed with that different machine and jumping from one machine to the other. That's a big lunge. That's a big lunge from Dominic Doyle. He came from a long way back and somehow got it stopped. And all of a sudden, Levi Baddy now wants a slice of the action. This is great Twins Cup racing. It never disappoints.
Yeah, and now Matt's got some work to do to try to fight back on Dominic Doyle and also not let Levi make the move on him.
Dominic Doyle across the line, and we are now being informed. We talked so much this weekend, Roger, about Avery Dreyer. It is now confirmed on our timing screen that Avery Dreyer, Dominic Doyle gets it wrong. They go side by side. Baddy's going to be in the mix as well. Dear me, ladies and gents, it's only lap number 4. Steady on, boys. A penalty, a 5-second jump start penalty for Avery Dreyer, and that drops him back to 8th overall on the combined times. Not what Avery would have wanted.
No, it's just unfortunate. Now he's got a little work to do with that 5-second penalty, and he's got to try to dig down and get as much time back these last half of the race that he can.
Now, of course, with all of this swapping and the toing and froing and the banging of bars, this is music to the ears of Alessandro Di Mario. That gap now is 4.3 seconds at the end of lap number 3, and it's just playing into his hands.
That first sector, that going back and forth, cost those guys a second and a half to Alessandro Di Mario.
Second and a half in 5 corners. Wow. This is the battle for second then. Chapin has it. Baddy wants it. Doyle is there to pick up the pieces. Shelton Varsky is there should anything go wrong, and also trying to hang on here is Avery Dreyer. Let's have a look at the start here, Roger. Front row.
Yep.
Well, that's marginal.
That's tough to see from that angle.
Yeah, but I mean, if he did jump the start down, one of the riders has gone down. We wait to see who that is.
I believe it's Avery.
It is Avery Dreyer. So to add insult to injury, the jump start, it's all academic now. He crashes for the second time today, and that bike going nowhere, Roger. Well, sometimes the punishment doesn't fit the crime. He will take no further part in this one.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Second crash today, but you can see him picking up and getting back up.
Dominic Doyle also has a problem. Dear me, what has happened on lap number 4? That's another engine issue, is it? Something wrong with the bike of Dominic Doyle. He's now hemorrhaging places. Through goes Varsky. Didn't see what happened there. This is the Avery Dreyer situation, Roger.
Yeah, just down into turn 12, trying to make a pass there. And when you do that, break.
Yeah, he got the pass done, and then unfortunately, let's have a look at this from another angle. Yeah, unfortunately, he has gone down. Dominic Doyle with some kind of issue as well. And there is Avery's sister, Ella, and she, of course, a competitor, a podium finisher. And now Varsky's gone down. Well, they are falling like flies here. A problem technically for the 25 of Dominic Doyle, and Varsky getting back on, and he, of course, has got a bit of motocross experience, so he'll get back on. That really has now split the group. Di Mario away at the front. It's now a battle for second between Chapin and Levy Baddy, and I think when this all adjusts itself, that will put Seth Dharma up into 4th position. But look at the lead here of the race winner. It's pretty much the whole back section there, Roger. That is a huge lead.
Huge lead. It's going to be well over 6 seconds, probably closer to 7 or even more this lap.
So Matthew Chapin, who started in 5th position, got that great start, got himself up into 3rd position. He then made a move on Baddy. Baddy went wide and has regrouped. Over the line goes Di Mario, 47.1. Full length of the start and finish straight. And the second rider, Matthew Chapin, now comes over the line with a 49.4. 7.6 seconds is the advantage. Well, I know we always talk it up, we get excited about Twins Cup, it never disappoints, and this is proving to be another exciting race, but for some of the riders, for the wrong reasons.
Yeah, Dominic Doyle, though, still hanging in there with that whatever issue he has going on, still there setting 4th, so maybe whatever the problem was might have corrected itself.
Are the Carnes racing team, and we've already spoken, as I said, to that team a couple of times. Another rider on the floor now.
Talking about it being warmer today, track temperatures up. You can see the grip. It's gone down a little bit compared to what these guys are used to.
Yeah, we don't know the number of that bike, but rider is up. Sean Varsky, for the Sean Varsky followers, has got himself back on track. He's currently running in 13th place. Logan Cunnison down in 12th. Not sure what Logan's problem is here, Roger, because we would have expected, certainly after his qualifying, that he would have been a bit higher up. His lap times are certainly quicker than the riders ahead. Wonder if he too has had some kind of issue that we maybe just haven't seen on camera, but he's down in 12th at the minute, which is not what we would have expected.
Yeah, he's a couple seconds off what he did in qualifying. qualifying, so there's obviously something going on, and he's just out there trying to do the best that he can.
So for Levy Baddy and Matthew Chapin, the two Suzukis, again you can hear on the brakes. Baddy has always been really good on the brakes, even in his European career. One of the strongest brakers in the Yamaha R3 European Championship, and I think also when he did Junior Cup. And Mallory Dobbs on the Diva Racing, that is her third incident of the weekend, and she will want to regroup and go again tomorrow. It really is, Roger, survival of the fittest now. Through the chicane goes DeMario. He goes off camera with a huge lead. It's now 8.8 seconds. What's going through his mind right now?
Just not make a mistake and do what he's doing. He's backed it off a couple tenths, and just, you don't want to lose too much focus though, because that's when mistakes can happen. But right now, just try to keep it clean and not make any mistakes. He probably sees the yellow flags all around the track and knowing that it's slick.
I don't know if you've noticed as well, Roger, but coming across the line towards the end of the lap, that gap increases between Matthew Chapin and Levy Baddy. Once we come through this sector, through sector 2 and into sector 3, Levy is able to close in. Different parts of the circuit just lending itself to the different riding styles. This is the championship as it stands.
Yeah, you see Doyle there third, and Dominic hasn't given up on this podium battle there. Avery Dreyer, see what the crash does to him, moves him to fourth in points.
It would be a 24-point lead in the championship if the checkered flag was to come out now. You get 25 for a win, so barring some kind of misfortune tomorrow, DeMario will be leading the championship, leaving the ridge. But 24 points is not a healthy advantage when you think about how many racing laps we've still got to go in the season. Every single point makes potentially the prizes. This is the battle for second, and just keep your eyes, ladies and gents, on the back of this picture as again Baddy, look at him on the brakes, look at the gap that he takes out of Chapin. That's impressive, but as you rightly said there in the back of the picture, the third bike, which is just going to come into shot in a second, there it is. That is Dominic Doyle, and whatever the issue is, he's learning to ride around it.
If these two guys start going back and forth and slowing each other up again, that's going to work in Dominic's favor.
Yeah, again, over the line we go. Baddy a lot closer this time into turn one. Ooh, a lot of, I always get panicked when they go over that curb. We've seen so many riders on the floor. Baddy takes a lot of curb on the inside of turn 2, and that's going to cost him on the exit. And look at that gap now open up just 2 or 3 bike lengths, and he's now nowhere near to make a challenge. Through turns 3 and 4. Over the crest at 5.
This is Matt's strong part of the track through here, this first sector. You can see he's kind of pulled out a couple tenths on Levy.
Looking at our timing screen, and Dominic Doyle on the last lap. You called him absolutely bang on here. He was a quarter of a second quicker than Matthew Chapin. Dominic Doyle is coming back into contention here, and there are still 5 laps remaining. 9.8 seconds. It's as good as 10 seconds for Alessandro DeMario. He is way, way, way in the lead of this race. It's a dominant performance from the defending champion, but I just get the feeling if there's a sniff of a second place, our battling Belgian Levy Baddy will be up for this one.
Yeah, but it looks like Matt's kind of pulling away a little bit, but look on the brakes. Levy's able to close up. These 2 corners right here, he is really able to close the gap down. You can see all the time that he made up.
Yeah, through the second sector, and again on this lap. It's another 3 or 4 tenths taken out of this second and third place battle. Dominic Doyle will have 4 laps, a little under 7.5 minutes of racing to close in. Another small mistake there from Levy Baddy, and he's going to have to be careful. He's going to start seeing on his pit board now. That gap at one point was 3.5 seconds. It's now down to 2.2 seconds. Now what does that do to you as a rider when you see that gap coming back? There's no radios in motor.
It gives you a little bit of a boost when you see that you're catching the guy in front of you, and it's for a podium.
It was 1.2. It was 2.2. It's now 1.2. Wow, 0.6 of a second taken out of Levy Baddy and Matthew Chapin on the last lap. It's kind of like the tortoise and the hare here, isn't it? The riders with the target on their back, and Dominic Doyle's only focus right now is to salvage a podium. DeMario has gone. If he can pull off a third place or even second, this is going to be like a win for the South African, who takes a big long look over his shoulder.
Did a great job bouncing back from whatever happened, able to get back in the race and do some good laps.
Yeah, and again, that big long look over his shoulder. Again, we don't know what kind of problem he is nursing, And has the problem come back?
Definitely having some sort of issue again, looking around, offline, looking back.
And I'm trying to listen to the bike there. That sounds, is that running on? When it sounds, let's just see if we can listen. That doesn't sound right to me.
It's hard to tell because he wasn't wide open.
Yeah.
We'll see if Dominic, if he can just continue to go and try to complete these laps.
No, look, he's looking over his shoulder. He's got the foot out. What a shame for Dominic Doyle. The run, the charge to a potential podium is over. Levy is so hard on the brakes there. How he managed to make the apex. There's no mistake from Levy Baddy on this lap. We're on lap number 9 through the chicane. There's your race leader down into turn 1. It's been a masterful performance here, but you just get the feeling, Roger, Matthew Chapin is not secure in second place. Matthew has it, Levy wants it. The question is going to be, who is going to get it?
Yeah, and this is a tough spot for Levy to be. Second place is right there, but you have a podium spot. You have a nice gap back to 4th, so how hard do you push?
For the Dominic Doyle fans, I can tell you he's gone across the line 8 seconds off the pace, and his that is he has some kind of engine issue, I would suggest, and I guess now with only 3 laps to go, he's going to try and nurse this home. I guess that's the target now. Points make prizes.
Yep, and Levy right now is putting on a nice charge in that first sector where we've seen him struggle a little bit early on into this race. Grip is going to come into play. We've heard a lot of riders all weekend talk about their tires are going off. It's going to get an interesting point of the race.
Now, I'm not very good at predicting things, that's why I don't play the lotto, but my suggestion, don't know if you agree with me, if the move is coming, it's going to be the last lap into the waterfall. That's my prediction.
It's definitely going to come in turn 13, but he is so good through here as well.
Yeah.
Through here 11, down into 12. A lot of confidence in the front end.
Yeah, and he's got such a great style as well. Very different lines. Look how he's able to turn the bike there. These are identical Suzuki machines, of course, fielded by 2 different teams. Into the brakes. Now watch the gap here. Look at that. Oh, that's impressive. And as you said, he's just got so much confidence with the front of that bike, and that's evident. Small mistake there from Chapin, and now it is just a case of when. Baddy not close enough to make a move there. You've really got to be quite opportunistic to make a pass there if a rider gets it wrong. 2 laps remaining. The gap at the front is 11.7 seconds. Hard on the brakes, and again Baddy closes in. Does he take a lot of curb? No. Different lines through turn 1 and through turn 2. Both of them right out to the curb. See them through turn 3.
It's part of the track where Matt's really strong. Look at him on the brakes again. Levy is able to close up.
That is impressive. He is a stocky rider. He's quite a tall rider in comparison to Matthew Chapin, but he's just, I don't know whether he's just got more grip. He's just certainly able to hold tighter lines there. You could see that through turn 4, now into 5. Again, different lines on the inside. Baddy takes a little look on the inside, but there's no way through. It's just letting Chapin know that he's there, though.
Just applying that pressure and hoping for a mistake. As a rider, Matt can feel the rider behind him trying to make those moves.
Again on the brakes. Beatty not close enough. I tell you what, though, for Chapin's again, I thought he was going to try and lunge on the inside. That would have been brave.
Tell you what, turn 11 up at the top of this hill, if he can kind of get a little bit wide and on the inside, he's made up a lot of time through here headed into this left-hander. If Matt goes wide, it could open the inside.
Here we go. Oh, you called it. Absolutely spot on, Roger Hayden. And the move has come earlier than we expected. Chapin out of the seat. He's going to try to come back on the inside. Does he get it through? Oh, camera angle. I thought, sorry, Roger, that did look like he was going to come back. This is great racing. Behind all of this battle going on, Hank Vosberg has found his way now up into 4th position. Into the waterfall, and Beatty makes a mistake. He's got to be careful because Chapin will pounce.
Chapin's really good out of that last corner as well. Be able to get a good run and maybe make the pass from the front straight away.
Through 14, into 15, 1 lap remaining. Alessandro Di Mario is already into the chicane. Chapin's going to go for this into turn 1. Oh, he passes him in the straight. By side, Chapin squeezes him. Beatty trying to go around the outside. They both missed the apex. They both want this. This is not a case of follow me leader. Through turn 3.
Matt's really good at attacking back when somebody makes the pass, and now he knows going into turn 12 this lap, or turn 11, they cannot leave that inside open.
Has Levy gone too early? That's my question.
No, because I thought if he could have gotten in front, he could have maybe pulled away. He felt like he had more pace. You know, when the pass is there, you have to take it.
You have to take it. Yeah, and we're going to go again on the inside. Here comes Beatty again, looking on the inside at turn 5, but there's no way through. I tell you what, he's going to make a gap if there isn't one. Now into turn 7. You've got to be careful not to tuck the front. Hold our breath. Oh, he's gone late again for Levy Baddy, but he somehow makes the apex through turn 8. Over the curb goes Baddy, right out to the curb. That's going to cost him a little bit, Roger.
Yeah, this is exactly how he was last lap. We'll see if Matt protects the inside this time.
Ooh, and he fought. I told you he was going to make a gap. That is aggressive riding, but Chapin saw him. There's DeMario heading down towards the waterfall. We now go back to this battle. There's a couple of lappers in the way as well. We need to go back to this battle for second place. Here it comes, folks. Beatty's got it.
Levy's just good on the brakes. Let's see if he can get it slowed down. He's in deep.
He has got it stopped through the waterfall. Down through 14. Your race winner is Alessandro Di Mario. He's going to take a 24-point lead in the championship at the very minimum. Baddy chopping out of the seat. Baddy is going to finish second, started second, finishes second. That's his best result of the season. Podium for Matthew Chapin. That was a great race, boys. Thank you very much for the entertainment as they both bouncing into turn 1. Hank Vosberg on his debut. In 4th place. That is impressive, ahead of Dharma, and we now wait for Dominic Doyle. Is he going to finish in 6th position, or is this guy here, Maverick Sear, on his debut, about to finish inside the top 6 or 7? Over the line we go. Does Dominic Doyle finish 6th? He does, so he salvages 6th place. That's 10 points. Tip the hat there to Maverick Sear. Treston Morrison, just 15 years of age, he finishes in 8th position. But Roger, there's no denying the winner, 12.5 seconds. That was a dominant performance.
SC Project Twins Cup is brought to you by SC Project, builders of world champion exhaust systems, and by Dunlop, the official tire of the MotoAmerica Championship Series.
Well, we have said so many times about the Twins Cup being such a great race. The bikes are very, very even. DeMario in a class of his own, but the battle for second had us on the edge of our seats there, Roger.
Yeah, what a great battle, and great job by Levy and Matt both fighting back, and each one of them had their better parts of the track, their strengths and weaknesses, and Levy just played it a little bit better.
Do you know what I liked as well about that battle? It was hard, aggressive moves, wasn't it? There was a bit of respect between them. They left each other room. Not much, I'll give you that, but that little bit of room. A thumbs up there from Matthew Chapin, a wheelie from DeMario. And after that big crash this morning, he said he owed it to the team to get the win, and he did just that into the waterfall on this slowing down lap. The crowd, I'm sure, will have been cheering this young teenager. Little bunny hop as he comes down as well. Oh, that's going to mean a lot to him.
Especially bouncing back from a big crash like that. I mean, it's just huge for him and a smart ride as well. Went out there and didn't try to put those qualifying laps in, just really good race pace.
And of course, for the long-standing fans of MotoAmerica, it was here a couple of years ago when Danilo Petrucci was racing in the championship that DeMario got his first podium in the Talent Cup, and Petrucci coming down there to support him. And tell you what, if Petrucci is one of your fans, you know you must be doing something right. So it's a track that's always given good results. DeMario extending his lead in the championship. Let's have a look then at the results as the riders make their way down towards the podium. The win for DeMario. The podium completed by Levy Baddy and Matthew Chapin.
Seth Dahmer, great ride for him there, top 5. And Dominic Doyle, all having those issues, still collecting 6th place points.
Yeah, we don't know what happened to Logan Gunnarsson early on, but he fought his way back into 9th place, so that's 7 points on the board for him. And Zachary Foster in the top 10. Let's have a look at the championship standings, Roger. no mistaking the championship leader.
No, and for Alessandro, just another big day for him, gaining points. Now he's got 28-point lead over Matthew Chapin. Gives you a little bit more of a breathing room, 25 points a race.
Yeah, as we said, 25 for the win. Whatever happens tomorrow, Alessandro De Mario will lead the 2025 SC Project MotoAmerica Twins Cup Championship, going to the next round. And Levi Baddy there, courtesy of that podium, now into 4th place in the overall championship. These are live pictures if you're just joining us at MotoAmerica, the Ridge Motorsports Park. There is Alessandro's mum, and she gets quite nervous, as I'm sure pretty much all mums do. Bravo, she says, and really, really good job there for Alessandro De Mario. Let's get it down then to Steve English, who I believe is down there with, I'm sure, a very happy top 3.
Waiting here for Alessandro, our race winner, to be able to grab him for his quick interview. But great battle here at the end of the race as well for 2nd and 3rd. So we'll just wait for Alessandro, and then we'll be able to get his thoughts on this race. Obviously, after the crash this morning, to be able to bounce back from that, it's one of those situations. Alessandro, obviously an up and down day for you, but able to take the pole position and then the race win as well.
Yeah, I had a big crash in qualifying, so I can't thank the team enough. You know, Mike, Matt, Chad, just everybody that's helped me put the bike back together. I mean, I wouldn't be here without them, so I owe it to them. And then obviously I want to thank my sponsors, Dainese, KYT, Sarah, Fastline, Farachi, Jupiter, Audrey from Motor Liberty, and just everybody that's helped me out. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Alessandro. Great performance. And in 2nd spot, we had Levi Baddy as well. Levi, obviously, that was a great battle between yourself and Matthew at the end of that race.
Oh yeah, it was great to be up there. Congrats to Alessandro and Matthew. I mean, Matthew, it was a great battle. I was just I was sitting there behind them, and I was like, you know, if I could stay here, nice spot. I saw people behind me were falling off, so we didn't have to worry too much. And once we got into like 2 laps to go, I was like, you know, I know his weak points on the track, so I have to make a move. And once I got through, and he caught me back on the straightaway on the final lap, but then we went in, and I just tried my best to find the right spot, and yeah, I mean, made a stick. First official podium, like 2nd place. I'm very happy.
Great job, Levi. Obviously enough for Matt Chapin. We were able to see a great scrap there, and great step forward made from yesterday, Matt, but just beaten in that last lap, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I mean, I did all I could. You know, the tire fell off at the end, but that's racing. So I'm super happy and with how that went. I got to give a huge thanks to my whole Revzilla, Motul, Vance, and Heinz Suzuki team for all the hard work they put in. We've really struggled with finding a proper setup this weekend, but I think we finally got something going for us, and it allowed us to stay consistent. I got to thank KYT, Revit, Speedy, everyone else that helps me. Thank you, guys.
Thanks very much, Matt.
Thank you, Steve. 3 understandably delighted riders, and I think the response there from Levy and from Matthew, great respect, and understandably and correctly happy.
Yeah, and just great ride by all 3 of them, and you could tell they were happy with their race. And that battle for 2nd and 3rd, it doesn't get much better than that.
No, it absolutely doesn't. There's your winner, though, with the Dunlop Cap the back way round. Alessandro De Mario wins the opening race for the MotoAmerica SC Project Twins Cup. More coming on MotoAmerica Live Plus after this. Stay with us.
Get ready to eat like a king with Mission Foods. Load up those saddlebags for Mission King of the Baggers Racing and feed your need for flavor. Fully loaded tacos, fast wraps, piled high nachos. Whatever you crave, Mission will help you be race ready with easy-to-make recipes that will take your race day to the finish line. Keep your racing delicious and enjoy all the mouth-watering action. Brought to you by Mission Foods. Too fast, too tasty.
A new race season for me represents opportunity.
Kyle Wyman in our first race of 2025.
No matter what, it's not loser cool.
Thanks for good TV. Wyman turns it left and wins the race. They built me a fast Harley Davidson.
it just kind of surpassed all my expectations as far as handling and actually rideability. It's really